Alright folks, welcome to another beer review, and this is something that should be hopefully a little bit interesting. On a recent visit to Tesco, I thought, you know what, I want to get like one of those, and you just have to bear with me, I've just had chips and egg. I thought, you know, I want to like a nice big bottle of lager just to enjoy, and I saw this, which I've not seen before, and this is Cervezas Alhambra Reserva 1925. I wouldn't be able to tell you the Spanish pronunciation. And this is an amber lager. It's a 70 centilitre bottle. Beautiful, beautiful bottle. And this is clocking in at 6.4% ABV. So I believe it's an amber style lager. Beautifully presented with the debossed glass. Hopefully it's been stored well, because obviously it's a green bottle. But yeah, there's just something really satisfying about that, and that make for an absolutely wonderful candlestick holder for candlestick holder for a candle on the bar. You know, like rustic, as if I'm in a pretentious European style restaurant. But yeah, beautifully presented, and a really nice crown, which actually almost reminds you of the Co-op logo, but hey ho, it is what it is. So, end of a busy work week. So I thought, you know what? I've not really been drinking that much this week, so I'll have something special. Well, hopefully it is. Going to be using the Augustina glass for this one. So let's see what we get. I think Tesco's have had this in the past, but this was the first time I saw it. I was initially going to get that Italian lager. I can't remember what it's called in the blue label, but as soon as I saw this, I thought, you know what, we're going to go get that. I think it was about £4 for the bottle. I'm not too sure, can't really remember too much. But beer in the glass then, and it looks like a really nice, high quality amber lager. Nice clarity, nice gentle bubbles going up to that. Just shy of 2 fingers worth of a white fluffy head. Certainly looking the part. Let's see what we get on the nose. I will say though, I have just come off having a bit of a cold, so not firing on all cylinders. Not that that means anything, because I've got the nose and a palate of a person who has no taste buds. So let's give it a sniff. The first thing I'm going to say, I'm going to get out the way. Tiny bit of a skunky note coming through, which is slowly subsiding, I will say that. It's got a really nice, emphasised sweetness coming through. Very subtle, like nuttiness, like a dry roasted nut. But yeah, and that initial sort of skunk character is just completely gone now. But yeah, it's bready. It's got like a hearty, grainy smell to it as well, with just like a little bit of like a fermented-esque sweetness. Smelling good. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, folks. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. You definitely taste that higher ABV, but it's not offensive like some of the, you know, some of the more cheaper, like Eastern European lagers, which do tend to have that a little bit of an unsettling character to them in terms of the ABV, even though they're not necessarily a high ABV. There's a really quite noticeable pepperiness to it. It's got a little bit of like a, and apologies if you keep seeing my tongue doing this. It's got like a, almost like a white pepper character as it goes in. But then there's a, it's like a peppery rocket leaf on the back end. Wonderful body on the beer. Just a really nice solid body. I'd say that that's where the did Seaside Mark then. But I'd say that's where the sort of like the ABV comes into play. Is that a little bit more of a fuller, rounded body. It's got that classic lager-like muskiness, which I'm always a fan of. There's a little bit of a sweetness. But then again, there wasn't that much for sweetness on the nose, to be fair. But yeah, very nutty. It's a very nutty tasting lager. It's really flavoursome as well. It's far from just a generic amber style lager that's a slightly higher ABV. So drinkable, even though it is a robust tasting lager, and it does have that ABV, and it's got a bit of a heavier body. Oh, it's not going to last long, that. You could plough through this 700ml bottle. Let's pour some more in so we can get a good thumbnail. Perfect. Joe, I'm really impressed with this. This is like, with it coming up to Christmas, I sort of get this like with is it Birra Moretti who does like the grand, I mean I think a lot of the bigger, you know, European lager breweries do like a Reserva and stuff like that. But is it Peroni or Birra Moretti who have the really nice fancy bottles? And I don't know, for some reason those sorts of lagers remind me of something you'd crack open to share with someone at Christmas. And this is no exception. I would happily pick up another 3 or 4 bottles to just enjoy over the Christmas period. But also, I'd happily go back to this plenty of times again. I'm going to start drinking that because I want a presentable thumbnail. So I'll put it over there because it's a bit too much effort for me to keep reaching over because I'm fat and lazy. And you've just seen where I've got breasts. So it is what it is. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect with this. Expectations were high, obviously, because it's beautifully presented. But at the same time, with what it is in a green bottle, purchased from a supermarket, you've always got that sort of like trepidation. Is that the right word? I'm just trying to sound posh, really. Shut up. You know, you sort of go into it with like, could be good, could be bad. But yeah, this is much better than I even potentially expected it to be. Very nice indeed. 6.4. Yeah, just want to make sure that was the same on the, as it was on the back on the neck. So yeah, this was Cervezas Alhambra Reserva 1925. I should have really looked at pronunciation of this. So yeah, from Granada, Spain. Don't really get too many Spanish sort of beers. So it's a country that I need to obviously explore a lot more of, and I'm really thankful that this is a label. Oh, mind you, yeah, you could peel that off. So yeah, that's gonna look really nice on the bar outside with a candle stuck in it, you know, and all the wax strips down. Looks like you're in a fancy, like, trendy wine bar, which is full of bankers who've got very questionable sexual tastes. Hostel has got a lot to answer for. But yeah, beautiful stuff, really nicely presented. Pay a little bit more and you're getting a damn fine lager. And it's just a really good amber lager, but it's got so much flavour, so much body. Very impressed with this. And yeah, I'd like to try more of their range. So lovely stuff indeed. Anyway, so if you have tried it, then let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you've tried anything else from the brewery, recommendations always appreciated. And yeah, go get yourself a bottle from Tesco's. If your Tesco's is one that's actually stocked quite well. Luckily, well, mind you, I do have to get a bus into Wigan to go to my nearest Tesco. But they always have, you know, a good chunk of like the newer supermarket beers. And apologies, by the way, that you've primarily seen a lot of supermarket beers recently. It's just because I'm trying to save my pennies because I've got a trip to meet up with Harry and the gang for a bottle share. Plus, there's potential of a few little days out. So I need to just stop doing beer hauls and, you know, it's good. It diversifies the channel. It's stuff that people can get hold of. It hopefully will get me, you know, a bit more traffic because, you know, I'm starving for attention, and it makes me sad when I lose subscribers, and to the point where I can't sleep at night, and I just end up a little bit ashamed to say this, but I ingest MD 2020 through my eyeballs, sort of like Kevin and Perry Go Large style. I know it's something that I'm ashamed of, but I'm working on myself on a daily basis, but it's a struggle. It's yeah, it's definitely a struggle. Anyway, acting. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and yeah, I'll see you all later. Toodles.